All right, everybody, welcome back to Beans No Ball. Bright and early once again for some more wide receiver news. Obviously, big one for the Kansas City Chiefs. DeAndre Hopkins has been shipped over for a conditional fifth round pick. Could be switched into a fourth rounder, depending on what the conditions were. But yeah, I mean, Christian, what are your initial thoughts on this?
We are expected, Kansas City to be in the market for a receiver after, losing Hollywood Brown for the season, and Rashid Rice. Right, he's gonna miss the season as well too, right?
Yeah,
Or
the
yeah,
ACL,
so
the Hollywood,
Rashid ACL, the Hollywood,
shoulder in the
the
preseason.
mid-season, yeah. So they already lost two of the big star receivers. Just had to get the fact check real quick on Rashid exactly what that was again, and they're really the best, with Juju and Nicole, but But then on the news, they're trying to get Cup as well as a trade, but they didn't want to give up a lot of draft capital, so that was kind of a smart decision from the front office of the Chiefs. So they decided to go with the cheaper alternative with DeAndre Hopkins there. It's a veteran person,
okay, and don't want to cut you off, but yeah, the whole thing about Cup that we also do think as the Rams were talking about considering facilitating a trade to take on some of Cup's salary. That's something that you would have expected. And I think we mentioned this, that makes sense that they probably would have wanted some really high compensation. They were probably asking for like a first or a second, multiple high quality picks.
No, it's for sure a first round pick, maybe two of them at most. But because of his status with his injuries, that probably one would have made sense, maybe a second. So that probably would have been the most common choice there if that trade was going to go down. But good thing that the Chiefs decided to back out last minute and get Hop, which I think again it was a smart alternative here. But D Hop, he's going from Will Levis and makes the run up to Patrick Mahomes here. Right now, I don't think it really makes a difference, specifically because of Mahomes' quarterback play right now. They're gonna have to do something with his offense moving forward. After it's going to be it's already mid-season. It's going to be December. No, actually not December. We're already moving into
November.
Yeah, we're already moving into November. And that's going to be implications to moving into December here. So their defense is the reason why they're 6-0. Mahomes is having horrible quarterback play. The receivers isn't helping out. Xavier Worthy. We expected him to be a big difference after Rushy did get out. Pacheco's not going to be back in the lineup for a couple more games here. With Mahomes, he's gonna have to pick something up. Hopefully, the help does make a difference. Beat the washed allegations there. But from Will Levis to Mahomes, the way both of them are playing right now, it's not really making a huge difference unless that obviously really fix something up.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, in large part, we can definitely say, how much of D Hop's drop in play was really him being washed, or was he a product of Tennessee's mediocre quarterback play? He had Ryan Tannehill, in his washed years. Obviously, Will Levis, we've seen what he's become, and I mean, like he's ever been kind of wasted out there, because we remember, the tail end of his time in Arizona, he was still balling out. I mean, he was no scrub, when he got released. Obviously, there was other reasons why he left Arizona. So you see what he was able to do with Kyler Murray. He comes into, obviously we know what Patrick Mahomes is. You talk about his struggles. I definitely, I definitely can see the struggles there, but a lot of Mahomes' struggles definitely have to be because of the lack of weapons. I'm not going to say overall, but, in large part it will. So how can D-Hop and Mahomes, really mesh well and see if they can help each other with these early season struggles? Obviously, we see, D-Hop only having 17 catches for 173 yards, obviously very, alarming numbers for a guy of his caliber. Hopefully to see him improve. And what you said about that defense, Chris Jones celebrating to see this move, definitely expecting to take some of the load off them, because despite having so much load, this Chiefs defense has really stepped up. So now we see what wonders, an offensive move to alleviate their pressure can really help them really open themselves up defensively. But of course, that's pretty much all we're going to talk about. I mean, one last thing, I guess, I will say, hopefully we don't have to get back with a Cooper Kupp video. That'll just break my heart in general. But yeah, I mean, that's going to wrap us up. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you like and subscribe, and we'll be right back for Bean Talk.